Thank you, Ms. Nair. Need my granddaughter to keep me straight because I've been falling apart here lately. Right? Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's an honor and a privilege to be here today to say a few words on this special occasion to honor our veterans. Colonel Nicholson, Mrs. Gail Wiley, Mr. Joseph Mile, Mrs. Norma Chow, and Mr. Brian Balaganas, and especially to the distinguished guests, and most especially the Anderson Middle School. Good afternoon again. When I told my wife that I was invited here to say a few words about the veteran, she reminded me, don't forget the 5 S's. And being an airborne infantry guy for 30 years, the only 5 S's I know is handling prisoner of war. And I said, I'm not talking about prisoner of war. You know, the first S is you search the prisoner, you remove the weapon, ammunition, and any document they have on them. The second, you separate them by rank. The third, silent, no talking. You don't want them to start getting ready to escape or whatever they have in mind. The fourth S is speed. Send them to the rear as soon as possible while everything's still fresh. And the fifth S is safeguard. Make sure nothing happens to them on the way to the rear. She said, no, you stand up, you speak, you make it short, you shut up, and you sit down. I said, yes, ma'am. I had 100 pages in my binder, but now down to only 10. So you thank her for that. Anyway, a little history about how Veterans Day began. Veterans Day is formerly known as Armistice Day. Put my glasses on. On November 11, 1918, was the end of World War I. The U.S. and its allies in Germany signed a peace treaty, and is known as Armistice Day, to end the war after 4 years of conflict. And it is referred to as world peace. No more war. The world was rejoicing. But sadly, we know that's not true. We had World War II, the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and we're still fighting in the Middle East. In the month of May, which is known as Memorial Day, and we honor our living veterans in the month of November, known as Veterans Day. We owe a great deal of gratitude to our men and women who have dedicated their lives to keeping us safe, who sacrificed for our liberty and security of our nation. They triumphed over brutal enemies, they liberated continents, and answered the prayers of millions around the globe. From the beaches of Normandy, the snows of Korea, the jungles of Vietnam, to the mountain of Afghanistan and the desert of Iraq, our courageous men and women who we honor today are ready to give their life so that Americans and others could live in freedom. We also have a long-standing military tradition that we uphold. As we leave active duty, we join certain veteran organizations, such as Purple Heart, the VFW, Veterans of Foreign War, American Legion. We have numerous of veterans organizations. This message has been carried for 2 centuries. I wave in proud silent tribute to the good that mankind has shown. I am liberty. So that's why we show respect to the flag. When it goes down, we'll pick it up and continue to drive on. We do the same thing for all our military flag, the state flag, territory flag, the Army flag. When we display it, we have 190 battle streamers that are hanging down from the flag. And when we display the flag, we display the first battle and the latest battle. First battle being in New York, upstate Valley Forge, and the other one in the Persian Gulf. We're still fighting, so we're going to have still going to have some more battle streamers. and even the territorial flag. Somebody in Washington, D.C. said that the Guam flag, you see here, he said that the kindergarten class designed this flag. Okay, well, for his information, that one flag was designed by Mrs. Helen Poe, wife of a naval officer in 1917, 1 year before the end of World War I, and was adopted by Governor Roy Smith. As you can see here, that the oval in the center represents a sling stone, and I have one of those right here, ancient sling stone, that is used by the ancient Chamorro. The canoe you see here typify the courage of the first inhabitant to travel across the vast unknown Pacific. But they saw this canoe moving so fast in the ocean, they thought it was flying, so they called the canoe the Flying Crow. But Mrs. Poe's design of the flag is a reflection of their people, history, and culture. And we have stood with and have been counted for with extreme value in every conflict that our country have engaged in. Indeed, the sacrifice for freedom is the highest per capita in any other state. In other words, I think we died the most in all the war compared to the other state because of our population.